As introduced, my name is Maryam Barati, and I'm a PhD candidate at Southern Cross University, examining the agronomic phosphorus fertilizer value of animal manures. This presentation is a snapshot of a broader body of research. To test the agronomic phosphorus fertilizer value of manures, I implemented a rate response curve approach where the x-axis represents the total phosphorus applied to the top 10 centimeters of the soil, and the y-axis represents the wheat grain yield in grams per pot. In this approach, I used 10 phosphorus application rates. All pots were balanced for macronutrients, and micronutrients were added to isolate the plant response to phosphorus. The data were analyzed using AS-REMO and polynomial response functions fitted. To establish the critical external phosphorus fertilizer requirement, 95% of the maximum yield was taken and projected onto the x-axis. In this example, 125 milligrams of phosphorus per kilogram of soil is the critical external phosphorus fertilizer requirement for MAP. The same approach used for cattle manure, shown as the solid curve, resulted in a significantly greater grain yield, but no difference in the critical external phosphorus fertilizer requirement. If we consider the same grain yield, the critical external phosphorus fertilizer requirement for cattle manure is 42 milligrams of phosphorus per kilogram of soil, less than for MAP. To summarize, cattle manure produced a higher agronomic phosphorus fertilizer value than MAP. Given this finding, the questions that emerged were, is this response consistent across soil types, and whether the residual phosphorus fertilizer value differs for the phosphorus source. In feral soil at 150 milligrams of phosphorus per kilogram of soil, freshly applied and residual chicken manure produced a higher agronomic phosphorus fertilizer value than MAP. In Luvy soil, the results are quite contrasting. Residual MAP produced a higher agronomic phosphorus fertilizer value than residual chicken manure, and no difference between fresh chicken manure and fresh MAP. To wrap up, the agronomic phosphorus fertilizer value of animal manures is comparable to MAP on a total phosphorus basis in many but not all circumstances. The agronomic phosphorus fertilizer value is impacted by soil type and phosphorus age attributes. I'd like to thank and acknowledge the institutions on this slide for their support. Chair, happy to take questions if the time allows.